Okay, so today we are going to get into similar figures. So we kind of got into it last time when we were talking about dilations. So dilations created similar figures. And so what do we know about similar figures? They are the same shape. The corresponding sides are proportional. And the corresponding angles are equal. So this is because, remember, similar figures, they're the same shape, but just their size changes. But because it's just their sides that are changing, that's why the sides are proportional and the corresponding angles are equal. So today on your assignment, you're going to be determining if they're going to give you some measurements on some figures and you have to determine if they are similar. So you just are going to go through this checklist to determine which of them are similar and which are not. So let's start with this first example. Do my best to sketch them so that they look correct. So we have this side is 2.5 and this side is 7.5. Then we have a smaller one. And of course, they're not drawn to scale, so don't just guess by looking at it. So are these the same shape? So yes, they are the same shape. They are both parallelograms. Oh, and I forgot to mark this angle equals this angle. Okay, and then here comes the next one. Corresponding sides are proportional. So the corresponding sides have to be proportional. So this side corresponds to this side because it's the one right next to on the left side of the corresponding angle. So we could set up a proportion. So 1 over 2.5, does that equal the other side that we know, which is 3, which corresponds to the side in the other parallelogram of 7.5. Now, if we simplify this, if we divide this by 3, we get 1 over 2.5. So the sides are proportional and the corresponding angles are equal or congruent. So that's enough information. We know then that those are similar. Let's do another example. This side is 1, this side is 3. This side is 1, this side is 3. So we'll just go through our checklist. So are these two shapes the same shape? No, this is a parallelogram and this is a rectangle. So they are different shapes. Which means they are not similar. Remember, similar shapes have to be the same shape. Okay, so let's look at your assignment. So we need to determine if the figures here are similar. So first, are they the same shape? Looks to be like they're both parallelograms, right? Because these two sides are parallel, these two sides are parallel. Same thing on this one. So that meets our first thing on the checklist. Are the corresponding sides proportional? So let's check. So this 4 corresponds to this 8. So we would get 4 over 8. Does that equal this 5, which corresponds to this 10? So remember the corresponding sides, that's the same side in the other figure. And then we simplify. 4 divided by 8 is 1/2 equals 5 divided by 10, which is also 1/2. Okay, so it meets our second requirement. And then the last one says that corresponding angles are equal. So in parallelograms, if this one's 80, then this one, these are supplementary. So these have to add to 180. So if this one's 80, that means this one's 100. But if we look at this angle being 100, then this angle should also be 100. So the corresponding angles are not equal. So we can say corresponding angles. Which means these are not similar figures. Okay, let's look at number 2. So first, are they the same shape? Yep, they are both rectangles. 2, are the corresponding sides proportional? So let's look at our corresponding sides. So we have our width, which was 5, would correspond to the other width, which is 20. And it doesn't matter. You could write the big one on top. You just have to be consistent. So since I wrote the smaller one on the top, for the next one, I have to make sure to also write the smaller rectangle's value on the top. And then the length of the small one is 7. And the length of the larger one is 28. So if we simplify those, or you could cross multiply too, it doesn't matter. But 5 over 20, that simplifies to 1/4. And 7 over 28, that also simplifies to 1/4. So yes, the corresponding sides are proportional. And last, we have to check, are the corresponding angles equal? Yes, all of them are right angles, which means, yes, these are similar. Okay, so go ahead, go through that checklist that we copied down in your notes and determine if the figures on the rest of the assignment are similar or are not similar.